Happy belated 4th of July. The nation's media hatred of Derek Carr is as un-American, Kevin, as ketchup on a hot dog. Plus, we answer all viewer mail, and patron Wickerman sent me something wild to drink. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Calloway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, follow us on Twitch, and remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. Smash that like button on YouTube. Also, become an annual patron at patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and get 2 months for free. Annual patrons get a special welcome gift of our Saints Season Survival Mug. Get one before they run out. I want to mention thanks for people joining us on the live stream in the chat on Twitch. Jerry, Budridge, Who Dat Golfer, plus a couple other people. I want to tell y'all, our off-season MVP contest is underway. Have you ever wanted to be on the main show and tell Kevin to shut up or stop eating, or enjoy Dave? Do you enjoy Dave going to the bathroom in person? Not tonight, because he's not here. Or grill Andrew about his sources? Not tonight, because he's not here. They're having a booze off on the most bougie vacation ever. Dave is in Kirks and Caicos, and Andrew's in at Wimbledon. But you can join the live show. The person who donates the most each week gets entered into our drawing to sit in with us on the main show. And if we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar collection I'm going to poison myself with. Pick your poison, except tonight, the donation is from Wickerman. Thomas, these Wickerman, he's evil. He's doing some work. We got Vale black pepper vodka, and we got jalapeno pepper vodka distilled 5 times for strength. Wickerman.
I almost want to vomit.
It might. If you want to send me something to drink and see if I vomit on air, you can do it. My Twitter DMs are open as long as Twitter is still running. The Discord DMs are open, baby. Send us stuff. Thomas, do we have an MVP leader for this episode already?
Yes, sir, we do. Had Chile won last week and filled in the donation goal with one big 10K donation.
That's
and
right.
Tonight, thanks to Budrich for 22 months of subscription, he said, finally back, last couple of weeks been something for me. And also thanks to Who Dat Golfer, who resubscribed for free with Twitch Prime.
That's it. That's why I remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch using your Amazon Prime. Boom, doesn't cost you anything, and it's a great way to support the show. And anyone who donates any amount tonight gets entered into a drawing to get one of our crew to taste some cups before they disappear forever. Kevin, what are you drinking with your dinner?
Just a little bit of water in a blender bottle. That's
There
about
you
it.
go. I'm drinking.
I stay off the booze for the most part. Just staying off of the booze.
That's a good thing. I mean, I'm drinking Blue Moon Mango Wheat. Again, it's the last one. My mini fridge, the breaker tripped or something, so it's kind of lukewarm, but I'm drinking it. Gotta clean out the fridge. I'm trying to be more healthy because I want to it's not that I think I can get in shape for football season, but I want to try to like lose a little bit of weight for football season, because I know during football season I eat and drink abusively, and I just put it back on. So that's my plan. It's like kind of like some people call it their like summer bathing suit diet or whatever. The diet.
Yeah, bathing suit season.
This is my training camp. I want to lose like 5 to 10 pounds before week 1, because I know I'm going to put on 5 to 10 pounds during the football season. So that's the plan. So we'll go a little light, but hey, if we get to $100, we got Vail black pepper or jalapeno vodka, and I'll drink it. And if it makes me vomit on air, Andrew and Dave can be sad that they went on vacation and missed it.
Speaking of being healthy.
Dave.
I'm eating a salad. Speaking of eating healthy, I'm eating a salad. Granted, I have chunks of chicken in here and some slices of pepperoni and shredded mozzarella. Mozzarella is actually the healthier cheese of the cheeses, as I've been told. And sprinkled a little chili powder in there, because apparently capsaicin does something for your digestive system. I don't know.
Gotta feed the dad bod.
Yeah, basically. Oh, yeah. So
that's right.
The personal trainer I'm with. No. This is good banter, because God knows, God knows what I contribute on a regular basis as it is. We have people in the Discord complaining and saying, "Why are we still subscribed when it's just Ralph and Kevin?" Anywho.
No,
I step on this machine that weighs you, and then it's got these sticks that come up out of not the base, but there's like a vertical, almost like a small tiny podium coming up out of the scale, and it's got these like sticks attached to it with little electrodes that you put your hands on, and you hold your arms out, and it apparently measures your body fat percentage and your lean muscle mass percentage, and it's got it all by poundage and percentages and everything. So,
you sure that's a scale, and you weren't abducted by aliens and they probed you?
No. It's legitimate. It's legitimate. My lean body mass, I have about 83 pounds of lean body mass, of lean muscle mass, not body mass, lean muscle mass. My body fat percentage has actually dropped a couple of points, but it's still high. Like, I'm still technically overweight or obese. I am probably technically obese. In American standards, I'm normal. But just working on that.
Yeah, Octoberus says, time for this disaster of a show to happen. Hey, Octoberus, that's mean. He says, is this Plan B version of the show? Without G.
Yes, it is.
No. This is Plan A. This is classic Saints Happy Hour. This is the way it all started, kids. It's just me and Kevin on the Blog Talk Radio. Thomas says more like Plan C.
Without all your problems.
Listen, man, it's July. I hope everybody had a happy 4th. The Saints, they didn't have any news. They didn't have anybody injured.
Nobody blew a digit off.
Nobody blew a digit off. Doing fireworks or shooting off a gun. The biggest Saints news was the rookies went out for Sno-balls. Thomas, I think you have a little bit of that video, right? The rookies going out for Sno-balls, and Jake Haener got only ice as his snowball flavor, and he got a lot of crap from players and people on Twitter. But as you know, Kevin, Jake Haener, he's so sultry that like probably the only thing that could cool him down was ice. What's your snowball?
No, why? Why would you only get ice? That's so silly.
Yeah. What's the snowball to go? What's the go-to snowball if you go?
So when I was growing up, and was still going to get Sno-balls, they're actually, I think it was called Casey's in Metairie, about 10 minutes away from my house. I want to say not Severn. Might have been, no, not Severn. Whatever.
Yeah.
Where the old Danny and Clyde's was. It was like near that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we'd go there probably once a week. and I would go on these long stretches, like long runs, like years-long runs of getting one particular flavor. It would be cherry, and then I did bubblegum for a while.
Oh, wow.
And then I did spearmint, but I would, from about 13, 14 on, I would add pina colada.
Oh, yeah.
To it.
See, I was always a straight cherry snowball guy. The snowball stand on Harrison Avenue. Lakeview kid that I am. But my father passed away in 2009. So now when I go to New Orleans, to like, I don't know, like nostalgia for my dad, I'll get chocolate with extra condensed milk and whipped cream.
Chocolate liqueur.
That's what my dad. Because that's what my dad used to get.
That's what it was. Condensed milk.
That's what.
I would
That's
get the
what.
condensed milk added to it, not the pina colada.
What,
I occasionally got the pina colada flavor with condensed milk. But you add pina colada to some of those things, I'm telling you, it's freaking chef's kiss.
Yeah. So that is your Saints news. Like the rookies, they took him to get snowballs. Jake Haener made a terrible choice. Let's hope he reads defenses better than he does a snowball menu, for God's sake.
Jake, I'm telling you.
It's a borderline.
Pick a flavor.
It's a borderline
flavor. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever your favorite fruit is, or whatever your favorite taste is. Go to a place that has that flavor and get it. You can get a small one. You can get a real teeny tiny one, man. Like a real itty bitty one. Okay? About yay big. And just have it, man. Just have the flavoring. It's not going to ruin you. You're going to be fine. Just don't wear a plain white t-shirt.
Also, snowball, if places have soft serve ice cream, it's a good way to go too. But people are very, in New Orleans, people are very particular. Tiger blood, cream soda. People are very, October said Brissy was he was outraged at Haener getting on the ice. Just outraged. Like Haener had committed some sort of felony. It was great. Saints social media, great. So that's the Saints news. For the week. But I want to talk about this, Kevin. As we get closer to camp, the Derek Carr sort of thoughts of the national media is sort of trickling out, and I think people are starting to stake their claim. And I'm just a little bit sick and tired of these chuckleheads like Warren Sharp banging on Derek Carr with no context, contributing to his low quarterback rankings, and they just do not acknowledge at all that he was covered in Raiders stink. The Josh McDaniels Raiders stink. He was covered in it last year. They acknowledge none of that. And they just, like Warren Sharp here, Thomas is going to play in a minute. The goal line, like he's a Derek Carr was the worst quarterback inside the 10-yard line, from the 10-yard line and in, with like 33% completion percentage. And yeah, all these plays are pretty terrible. But like, look at the offensive line. Like they aren't blocking, right? You know, it isn't like you look at it and you're like, oh, he should have gone to this guy. Now, the Cincinnati playoff game was pretty bad. He wasted it down.
Well, that Cincinnati one, they had decent protection. That one, no.
Yeah, that one, no.
Protection.
Protection, you say, Kevin?
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know what protection should look like. That looked like no protection either. Get this Drew Brees graphic out of my face. I'm going to go nuts again.
Thanks, Octoberist, for the donation.
No, he's safe. All right, he's getting and he threw it. See, that was just a bad decision.
He blew it.
You blew it.
It was a bad. So I count one bad decision,
2.
One bad throw. I don't know what the hell that was.
Ooh, that was maybe I take it all back. Maybe Warren Sharp was right.
No. I mean, listen, hang on. That's that's another.
Yeah, but like,
here's the thing. If the Saints get inside the 10, just take a sack and get to the 11. So if you're on the 8, hike the ball, step back to the 11, and kneel. That's it. And then boom. Then you got 3 more chances to score if you want to be bold. I'm fine with that. Yeah, like again, Derek, I want to see when he's got good protection. Like I've seen of these, at least more than half have been bad protection. A couple of them, he's forced the ball, and then the other ones are either are bad throws.
Yeah, I think the thing with Derek Carr is I want to see, like, obviously, I'm not expecting him to be like the Saints have gotten the next Drew Brees and he's going to be elite top 5 quarterback. So I understand that we're going to see him and there are going to be things about him that frustrate us probably when he gets under pressure and whatnot. But I want to, like, are his positives, they've got to be better than Dalton and Winston and the Simeon. Like, people forget, Kevin, I mean, like, the quarterbacking for the Saints has been atrocious the last couple of years. And Andy Dalton looked good only because Trevor Simeon and the 2021 quarterbacks were so bad, especially during that 0-5, that 5-game losing streak. So that gets to my next graphic that Thomas is going to have, the quarterback ranking. And, like, where do we put him in sort of the hierarchy of the NFL? And I think when you look at this ranking board, like the top 7 or 8, like you got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson. And then after that, you got Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, then Derek Carr at 14. But I think realistically, Kevin, if it goes really well for the Saints and really well for Derek Carr, I think come Thanksgiving, we could be like, if you redid this,
if you
could be like, Derek
you
Carr.
best come hard.
Thanks, Dave. You could have Derek Carr maybe like 7th. He could get as high as 7th. I don't think he could get any higher than that because I think
I got 8. I see him getting as high as 8.
8. I mean, I could see Lamar Jackson getting nicked up. I could see Dak Prescott they have a history of getting injured. So I could see him.
Okay, all right. I'll give you 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 7.
Yeah.
But I think there's a chance that Aaron Rodgers could still play well.
Yeah.
There's still a chance he could still play well. Kirk Cousins could still play well enough. I could see Tua sinking back. I could see Geno Smith sinking back. I could see Dak's of those top 6. I would pick Dak to sink back. Okay. Trevor Lawrence could regress a little to the mean. Lamar Jackson is coming off an injury, and he already signed that big contract. For whatever reason, once players sign that huge deal, some of the time it's like there ends up just being like a quote unquote letdown.
What about the dudes behind him, man?
Who do you think could come up behind him?
Maybe Russell Wilson, man. Sean Payton's gonna fix him.
Russell Wilson ain't. Nah, Russell Wilson at 28 though. That's
low. I think
that's low.
I think Sean Payton's gonna
the massage master.
The massage.
Say that again, Tomas.
The massage specialist, Deshaun Watson.
No. Well, Deshaun Watson can.
Is he not on this list? Oh, wow.
He's not right there.
Is he? I don't see. Did they not include Deshaun Watson on this list?
He's 26.
Hey, he's 26.
20. Ooh, that's too. I mean, like, I feel like Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson have the best chance to move up just because I have a feeling that Sean Payton is going to do the Jameis Winston thing where he kind of hides Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Play good defense, run some play action, Russell Wilson. Don't screw it up, and you're going to look a lot better. People are going to think you're having a rebound year, but when you look under the hood, you're going to be like, oh, he's averaging 175 yards passing, and Denver's 27th in passing yards, but their defense is top 5, and they're 5-3 or whatever.
I'll tell you what's interesting. 15, 16, 17, 18. Garoppolo, Murray, Justin Fields, and Tannehill. I would be interested to see out of those four who ends up finishing better. Because a lot of the guys below that, it's just like, I'm just not, I don't know. If you wanted to throw Goff in there, okay. But that stretch of people, it's like they all have talent. They've all got a talent for something.
Yeah, and here's the thing interesting with Tannehill, because the Titans have had some people get suspended and that sort of thing. And they had their guy who's going to be their right tackle get suspended for PED, so he's going to miss week 1 against the Saints, which is good for the Saints, obviously. But the Titans, because of that, are going to have 5 new offensive linemen blocking for Tannehill. That could be like,
never mind.
So
he'll be
here's
toward
the thing.
He'll be 26, 27.
So I could see Garoppolo, Tannehill, and Murray, because obviously the Arizona roster is dreadful. Murray's probably going to miss half the year anyway. Like, I could see them falling off a cliff, right? So, because people rise and fall. I know you know this from fantasy football, Kevin. Like, running backs are sort of every year, like the top guys are always different, right? Quarterbacks are pretty stable, but excuse me. I want to hear from people in the chat. How high do you think Derek Carr can get? And is there a world, Kevin? What statistically would do you think wins would push Carr higher, or like touchdown passes, yards? What would it take to get him top 6 statistically?
All right, let's pull that up here. NFL quarterback stats. So let's look at that. 2023. And I'm looking for our boy. Why is he not even? No, there he is. Derek Carr. He is behind Russell. Yeah, he's like middle of the pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's ranked 14th in passing yards.
Oh, yeah.
With 3,522.
Okay.
He's got 24 touchdowns, completion percentage, it's over 60. Quarterback rate, 86.3. What would he have to do to get up into the top? Well, that ain't going to happen. Like, you hit that quarterback rating, all of a sudden you get Christian McCaffrey up there because he went 1 for 1 and it was a touchdown. So they give him a 158.3.
That's right.
You know who's actually second on this list is Taysom Hill.
Oh, wow.
Went 13 of 19 for 2 touchdowns, completed 68.4% of his passes. His rating is 146.3. Like the first regular quarterback who comes up on quarterback rating, I'm not going to count Brock Purdy because he got injured. Tua well, he might have gotten injured too.
He did.
But Tua Tagovailoa, and I'm mispronouncing that, he was at 105.5.
What the hell, man?
Mahomes, 105.2. So there you go. Mahomes, 105.2, and he threw for 5,250 yards. Derek Carr is not going to be able to do that.
You know,
so who's in the top 5 here in terms of yardage? Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Brady, who's gone, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, and I'll go to the next guy, Jared Goff. Surprisingly, it wasn't Josh Allen. I'm looking at the touchdowns here. Mm-hmm. The lowest number of touchdowns on here was Herbert and Brady, each threw 25. Lowest QB rating on here was Brady at 90.7. So Derek Carr would have to take a leap in quarterback rating. He would have to take a significant jump in yards, and he would have to improve his completion percentage by nearly about 5 full points. I mean, that's a big ask. That is a big ask.
It's a big ask. And somebody asked.
And he'd probably have to get close. He'd probably have to hit 30 touchdown passes.
Oh yeah, he's got to get. I think
while maintaining the 14 interceptions and not going higher than that.
somebody asked a question on a mailbag that we did last week. You and Dave joined me, and we're going to post those for the.
Yeah, it was like what, Derek Carr hitting 4,400 yards or something. I would take that.
I was thinking of a different question. Not what do you think will give the Saints the most team success, but of these two things, or if you think it's something else,
you
can answer something else. Do you think Michael Thomas having over 900 yards, or the Saints being top 7 running the football, which one of those two things would benefit Derek Carr personally the most and contribute to him having a great season? If you could, and you can only pick one, right? Which one do you pick?
All right. I'm pulling up team stats right now. I'm pulling up rushing. I am looking up the 2022 numbers here. And what were the Saints in team rushing?
They were
1,982 yards.
Pretty mid.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 14th from the bottom, so that's what, like 18th?
18th. That's
18th or 19th.
That's higher than I thought, actually.
Yeah, a little bit. I thought they'd be a lot worse, but they actually had among the worst in attempted rushes, I thought. Nope. I don't know what the hell they pulled up.
They had that little stretch at the beginning of the year where
rushing touchdowns. They were 6th from the bottom in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think that's what this thing set it on originally, was the number of rushing touchdowns. Okay. So if this team ranks top 7, top 8 in rushing yards, I would take that over Michael Thomas getting 1,000 yards or 1,100 yards and whatever. Because again, we don't know what the offensive line situation is yet. We don't. I want to see if Salvieri is going to be doing anything.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'd like to know.
You're saying
I'd like to know if Penning is going to play. I'd like to know if Ruiz is going to do anything. Is Pete going to play worth a shit? If you get those things, and if the running game is good, even with Kamara gone for however long it's going to be, I would take that, because even if the offensive line is middle of the road, you get a good running game going.
Yeah.
It gives you more options if you're a quarterback. Well, you're going to be far less likely to just blitz outright.
Well, your point, though, is like all these questions you have of the offensive line, right? You just mentioned the health of Pete, the health of Penning, Salvador. Can he play? Maybe can Ruiz come back from his foot injury? Can McCoy have a season where he's not hurt? Right? All these questions on the offensive line. You're sort of saying, well, look, if you give me a top 7 running game, something's right with the offensive line. You can't they can't be banged up and crummy and be top 7. So you're just saying, if you give me a top 7 run game, I know the offensive line is going to be good, and if the offensive line is going to be good, everything can sort of flow from that.
There you go. You said it a lot better than I could.
Yeah, Chad says just on.
That's why they invite you on the radio shows.
That's right.
That's why Cattingale has you on.
That's right. And I want to thank Gus. He's nice enough to send me the file every week. You should support his show, The Sports Hangover, on ESPN 100.3 in New Orleans. He gives me the file, and I give it to the patrons every week, and he interviews me. He lets me say ridiculous things, and he did the show live from Brother Martin the other week. I was on with. So that was nice. Brother Martin's like, when I went, it was like a regular old high school. Now it's like fancy pants, super rich people high school. It's like,
oh wait, it's like Jesuit now?
No, it's even better than that. I think like Gail Benson donated like $1 billion, so it's like fancy.
Really? Oh, nice.
Like when we went there, it was like regular old high school kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a top 3 in the area. Top 3, top 4 in the area.
Octoberus asked, before we move on to the mailbag, he asked, Kevin, how many yards does Derek Carr have to throw for you to get a Derek Carr tattoo on your butt?
Well, now his question just says D Carr. So
it can be David.
Could it be David, or does it have to, or can it just be D Carr, and then everybody can guess whether one ass cheek, whether the ass cheek means David or Derek. A little bit of options there. I don't know.
October says dealer's
there we
choice.
go. October's just said dealer's choice. So, what would he have to do? What would he have to throw forward to get a tattoo on my ass?
I mean, for me
He
to
would
get a tattoo,
you know what? He would have to win the MVP.
he'd have to win the MVP.
He would have to win the
Hey,
MVP.
Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
There you go.
I'm afraid of needles, so I cannot get a tattoo. Like I'll
it's
pass
on your
out.
butt. You won't see the needle though.
Yeah, but I'm like, even just the thought of needles scares me. I can barely give blood for like blood work and stuff. But if Derek Carr wins the MVP, y'all pick the most foulest alcohol in the world. I'll drink it.
Hey,
Derek Carr
Tomas,
wins the MVP.
check the timestamp on this.
There we
So
go.
speaking of Tomas, do you have a donation update? Am I going to be drinking jalapeno pepper?
Yeah, finally I can do a donation update. Tons of love. Octoberisk donated 1k bits and said ice-flavored Sno-ball for the win. Also, another 1k bits from Octoberisk. Derek Carr, the most fourth quarter comebacks in the NFL since 2016. Then Budrich, 245 bits. He said Garoppolo not even healthy, and with that I can also say his prediction, which he sent me on Discord. He's predicting total Derek Carr year. Pass attempts 570, pass completions 362, pass yards 4,200, touchdowns 31, and interceptions 10. Oh, damn.
Wow, I don't know if that'll win him an MVP, but Derek Carr turns out that I am having to buy a home playoff ticket for some playoff game. I don't know if the Saints will get a bye, but they'll be hosting a playoff game if Derek Carr turns that out. So
The cat agrees.
the cat always agrees. By the way, I want to say this. I want to tease this for patrons are going to get it early, but everybody's going to get this. Me and Kevin, because it's slow time of year, it's July. Me and Kevin are going to do a podcast where we watch an old condensed version of a Saints game that I found on YouTube. Instead of working at my job, I just go on YouTube and look for old Saints games. And I found Saints Bears from 1997. The 1-4 Saints, the 0-5 Bears on Sunday Night Football on TNT. I found the condensed version. It's 22 minutes long. Me and Kevin are going to watch it. It's going to be posted on YouTube. It's going to be posted as an audio-only version podcast as well. We'll have the link so you can click the link and follow along if you want to do it that way. And we are going to relive the dark times of the Saints. If you think 7-10 is the dark times, it is not the dark times. The late 90s was the dark time of the Saints. We'll relive it in all its glory. I just want to say this. The Saints, they played the Bears in 1997. They won the game. Heath Schuler completed 8 passes, and they still won. Just want to throw
Regular
that out there.
Mac Jones performance out of Heath Schuler.
So, Thomas, give us another donation updates, and then we're going to get to trivia.
A quick donation update. Chadem has just donated 1k bits. Thanks, man. And we are almost halfway there to Ralph drinking and poisoning himself with drinks from Wicker Man.
I'm just saying, Wicker Man. Thank you, Wicker Man. And by the way, if you send it, I will drink it. And my wife does keep track of who sends me what. So if you poison me, you will be a Dateline episode. My wife does keep the paperwork. So don't think the receipts. So if you're thinking of poisoning me because you hate the show that much, you won't get away with it. Or maybe you can work in cahoots with my wife and get away with it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think that through, Thomas. But what's the trivia?
The trivia from the trivia master Budrich, speaking of which, who has donated 245 bits, asking for trivia. Nice timing, Budrich. The trivia is... Let's wait for it to load up. The trivia question is, who are the only two Saints players to record a 90-plus yard receiving touchdown?
Ooh, this is a good question. I know one of them. One of them is Brandon Cook. Or Cooks, I forget. Brandon Cooks, he's one. But who's the other one, Kevin? I'm trying to think. Keith Poole caught a lot of long touchdown passes in the back for Ditka.
It wouldn't have been Devery, right?
Ooh, that's a good answer. Devery has a couple of long ones. He has a couple of long ones. Devery Henderson's good answer.
See, I feel like it can't. There's no way Drew Brees has both of them. There's no way Drew has both. So if Brandon Cooks is one, it's got to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, that makes me wonder, so...
Not Avery Henderson, guys.
It wouldn't have been Archie. It wouldn't have been Archie.
It could have been Wes Chandler. John Gilliam, who the Saints never knew.
Budrich is asking if you want a hint, guys. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'll call a friend. Give me a hint, Thomas. Give me a hint.
I mean, we need a hint from Budrich. I know the answer, but I don't know how to hint it.
Floyd Turner, Kevin? He caught a lot of long. Did he? All right, I'm gonna say Keith Poole, Brandon Cooks.
Somebody says the hint was he was a Saints player.
What's your final answer, Kevin?
Budrich hint, Billy Joe Hobart was the QB who threw it.
Oh, then I know it's Keith Poole. Keith Poole, lock it in. Keith Poole, Brandon Cooks, final answer.
Keith Poole
lock
from the bracket?
From the bracket, yeah. Lock it in.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Was Quinn Early playing at that time?
No, that was past Quinn Early. Dude, it might be like Rando, like Budrich is always getting this sneaky bullshit. It might be like Daryl Hobbs or like Sean Dawkins or Andre Hastings. There's so many possibilities. But I'm going Poole, Cooks. My final answer. Kevin, what's your final answer?
I'll stick with that. That.
All right, Thomas. The final answer. What do we got?
All right. Let's see if you were right, guys.
Wow.
And Brandon
One
Cooks.
year as a Saint, Eddie Kinnison. I don't even remember. You know what? Now that I think that pass was against Baltimore, maybe. I don't know. Do you have the highlights of it, of Thomas?
Nope.
Budrich, what he's in the chat.
98 yards, the Brandon Cooks pass.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah, that one
Atlanta.
was easy.
Wow. Atlanta, 1999. Wow.
Crazy.
Eddie Kinnison.
He wasn't, the Saints gave up a second round pick for him. Not terrible in 1999, considering all the problems. Not bad, considering what the Saints had at quarterback. Let's see. I'm
42 touchdowns, 8,300 yards receiving. Decent little career.
He had, for the Saints, 61 catches, 835 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It's not bad.
For Michael 1 year, Thomas, that ain't bad. That's like a third. That's a...
Yeah, Michael Thomas gave us that.
Butter, send me the link. Let me show it.
All right.
I don't have the timestamp though.
Oh no.
Maybe it's gonna be here. Looks like it. Yeah. That's
wow.
it.
Oh, wow.
90 yards exactly.
Not
Boom.
bad.
Way to
Bazinga.
hang in there. Way to hang in there, Billy Joe.
Billy Joe
Of course,
Homer.
now he looks like he got hit. He
Big
looks like he
Mike.
got hit by a sniper
Mike
rifle
D.
at that point.
Of course he gets hit and he gets injured, and they have to go to Tolliver. Wow.
Crazy
Hung in
trivia.
the pocket there. Good stuff.
Hang in. Thanks,
Wow.
Butteridge is always on it. Thanks, Butteridge. And by the way, I want to thank Butteridge. We haven't been using the trivia as consistently as we have been in the past, but we love Butteridge. Keep sending us the trivia. We love it. As we're close. Saints, I think they report to camp, Kevin, July 18th. We're like 3 weeks away. We're almost to football season. And if you're listening to the free version of this podcast, sign up, support the show. We need more patrons to keep doing what we're doing. We got to have patrons to keep the lights on, to keep Thomas fed with the premium meats and cheeses in Poland. Please support the show. We appreciate the love. Thomas,
The rookies report to training camp on the 18th. The rest of the team reports on the 25th.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Budrich just put it in.
With the
So
Sno-balls.
So we got three. It's the 5th. So we got 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks away from like real actual veterans practicing, and me and you scouring Twitter unless it's broken and Elon refuses to pay his bills for his cloud servers and it crashes. Rate limit kills us. We'll be scouring Twitter for highlights and doing daily updates and stuff. So 3 weeks. So Thomas, take it to the top. We got a ton of mailbag questions.
October in the chat asks, would I accept meats and cheeses, or does it have to be premium stuff? Only premium meats and cheeses.
Only the best. Only the best. And by the way, we got
The current MVP leader, by the way, Octoberist.
Thank you, Octoberist. All right, Thomas, what's up first?
All right, so with the help of your cat. First question. First question from LD. This is a nice one for Kevin. Question for Kevin. Which was a more scary experience? A, the car crash. B, the Bambino scare of 2023. C, Plan B. Or D, none. 2023 ain't over yet.
Wow, great question.
So I asked a follow-up, and I don't think I got an answer. I know I asked a follow-up to that.
Kevin's cheating.
Wait, what?
Kevin's cheating with the questions.
I'm not cheating. Well, it's in the Discord. I go on the Discord. Yes, I go on the Discord, and
That's
I interact with the public there.
That's right.
Like we're supposed to do.
That's right.
Maybe Juge and Dave could pop in
to be a little bougie out in Wimbledon eating strawberries and cream instead of being in the Discord. That's right.
But I'm out there hanging out with the folks.
Pressing the flush with the people.
My question, I can't remember exactly what my question was, but I think ultimately I would say, what was the scarier experience?
You asked, do you mean scary in the moment or in total?
Yes, thank you. Because now I just started. So scary in the moment is the car crash, because there was that second where I thought I was going to die. And I really thought, is this how I'm dying? The Bambino scare, not death, but an extended days, couple weeks long period.
No sleep. You're up late at night, staring at the ceiling.
What's happening? Did I screw something? Did I make a mistake? Did me and this lady make a mistake? Is this, and if she is pregnant, what are we gonna do?
Oh,
what does she want to do? What are we gonna do? If we have it, if we don't have it, all these scenarios running through your head as you're trying to
Chad M has a great point. We forgot one. What about the random girl in your house?
No. Somebody brought that up. The random girl in the house. that's funny and maybe weird in a way. I wasn't terrified or scared.
Maybe you should have been.
I was weirded out.
Yeah.
I was weirded out, and then once I got in the kitchen and got between her and what could have been where my knives were,
you felt
and
good.
once I sort of I determined pretty quickly this woman's just like gone, like she's just like off her nut, and that's what it turned out to be. She had like a personality disorder or whatever. So ultimately, she was harmless. She just wandered into my house. So, but the whole time, like, I never felt
afraid.
I never felt imminent danger.
Yeah.
The car crash, life-threatening danger in the moment. The Bambino, a 2-3 week period of great uncertainty, unknown, and high stress and tension.
And baby names.
Right, and worrying about baby names. So I'll take the car crash.
Yeah, and I think he's got 3 of them. So D, I think bad things happen in 3, so you're in the clear for 2023.
Right, but I mean, wouldn't the Bambino scare and Plan B? Wouldn't the Bambino scare and Plan B be the same thing?
Yeah, it's like outs. It's outs in the same inning. It's the same thing. So Thomas, what's next?
So then that means that it didn't happen in 3s. That means that there is still something lingering in 2023 for me.
I was trying to spin it positive, but you just couldn't let it go. You had to correct me.
Because Plan B and the baby scare were the same thing.
Yeah.
So I had the car accident and I had the baby scare. Now we're just waiting on the third thing.
Oh God. So on that note, Thomas, what's next?
All right, next question. Next question from Bruce HC, and he asks: is Trevor Siemian throwing the touchdown pass to Kenny Stills to beat the Falcons the greatest moment of the post-Breeze era?
I mean, they didn't win. Am I just getting the games confused? Like the Falcons came back and won, right? So
no, you're thinking of another one.
What game is he? I'm thinking of the game in 2021 where the Saints came all the way back, and then Matt Ryan hit the dude and they kicked the field goal at the gun and beat the Saints. Am I thinking of a different? I mean, I know Trevor Siemian played in the season finale in 2021, but the Saints were off.
That's mad, man. Holy shit.
So
he's going crazy.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right.
I think maybe
Trevor Siemian threw the late touchdown to Kenny Stills.
Maybe Bruce meant to say the greatest what if.
And the Falcons came back and still won anyway because they were up 24-6.
That's right.
The Saints rattled off all those points, and then the Falcons went down field and got the field goal, and I wanted to go walk out into traffic.
That's right. I think maybe Bruce meant, what is it, the greatest what if moment of the post-Breeze? Yes, because if the Saints win that game, they go to the playoffs. They're 10-7. And you combine that with the comeback in the season opener for 2022, and Atlanta might have to just close up the franchise at that point. Like they could, you combine the Saints having a Super Bowl, they don't. They blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, and the Saints have the two biggest comebacks in Saints history against the Falcons. They'd have to close up the franchise. So, Bruce, I do think you're right. I think it might be the greatest what if in Saints history. So, Thomas, what's next?
Okay, next question from RJ Savage. We had so many questions, guys. Keep them coming.
That's right. We use any content you send, questions, liquor, whatever you send, we will use it some sort of way on the podcast.
And abuse it.
Use it, abuse it, and give you full credit. Or blame.
Okay, question from RJ Savage, an interesting one. If you could have any Sean Paytonism, which is visor, hard nipples, pettiness, etc., to give to Dennis Allen for this season for good luck, what would you give him?
Ooh, that's a great, Kevin, that's a great question. That is a great one. Thomas, timestamp it, clip this one, and use it on the socials. We're going to be big stars off of this question. This is a great question.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit. I think I would. I mean, Dennis Allen, he already wears the visor, and his nipple game, while not Hall of Fame elite, he does have a nipple game. I think I would give Dennis Allen the Sean Payton pettiness, because if you infuse Dennis Allen with the Sean Payton pettiness, Kevin, it would make his post-game press conferences 1,000 times more fun. It would make his Monday press conferences 1,000 times more fun. Hence, it would give us more content for the podcast, and it would improve the Saints' chances to win games. It's a win-win for everybody. I'd give him Sean Payton's pettiness. And pettiness really was one of the things that helped Sean Payton bond with New Orleans, because New Orleans is the pettiest city on earth. So it would help people love Dennis Allen a little bit more. Pettiness is my answer. So Thomas, before we get to the next question, give us a donation update.
No new donations. So October is still in the lead with 25 and 50. 100 bits. Chad M in the second place, 1k bits, and in the third place, almost 1k bits, Budrich. And we are halfway there to Ralph poisoning himself.
That's right. That's right. And I want to remind people,
there's still time. We're gonna do an extended mailbag, guys.
We still got time. And I want to remind people, if you have a business and you're thinking, hey, I need to reach 40 to 50,000 people a month, because that's the amount of people that download the podcast, listen to the YouTube channel, find us on YouTube, find us on Google search. If you want to reach 50,000 people and grow your business and support Saints Happy Hour, send me a DM, send me an email at saintshappyhour.com. You can be a sponsor of this podcast all football season long and support the show and grow your business. Thomas, what's next?
All right, next question from the legend himself, Saints Rabbit. Always tons of questions from him alone. He asks, which current Saints player would you all like to see give Kevin Love advice in a cameo?
Ooh, Kevin, you got to take this one. I'd have to see what Saints player.
Current Saints player.
Many Kevin questions after last week. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Which current Saints player?
October says it's easy. Jake Haener.
I was thinking Jake Haener.
He's a little young,
but it's like the guy just got out of college. He's 23, 24 years old. He looks like he's hanging out with Derek Zoolander.
He does.
Like, what kind of advice am I going to get from a 24-year-old? Like, give me somebody who's older. Give me somebody who's
wiser.
Let me see if I can pull up the Saints roster by age.
Experience. I think
Saints roster age.
Cam Jordan, Andres Peets, Demario Davis.
I got the thing here.
Honey Badger, he seems like a great family guy. He's always hanging out with his daughter. He was at
Demario Davis is 34, Cam Jordan is 33, and Taysom Hill is 32.
Oh, Taysom Hill, yeah.
So I tell you what, let me go with Cam Jordan.
Oh, I like that.
I'll take Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan, he's the second oldest player on the team. He has the longest tenure of anybody on the team.
He got in trouble for slapping one chick on the ass. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that. When was that?
It was a while ago.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, there was one.
I don't remember that.
We can commiserate on
The ass slapping.
on what not to do.
That's a good answer, Kevin. I will say this. I went and saw Dave Chappelle Saturday. He was amazing. He was recording for another Netflix special. By the way, if people that don't like Dave Chappelle, they're going to hate him even more. He did like 25, 30 minutes of the jokes that drive the people that don't like him crazy. But at the end of the show, he gave marriage advice that his mom had given him because he's been married like 24, 25 years. And it was really sweet and sentimental. Of course, he dropped a lot of F-bombs and other bombs to end it. That only Dave Chappelle could, but it was touching. Dave Chappelle giving relationship advice. So, Thomas, what's next?
All right, next question from Who Dat. He asks, how many draft picks will Roger be docking us in response to Dave/Kevin's NC-17 oversharing last week?
Well, I mean,
we're not going to be getting those bonus picks. I can tell you that.
We're not going to get any comp. We're not going to get any comp picks. I would say probably we're losing like a 2026 second round pick because of the Plan B escapades.
2026.
2026 second round pick. Defer. It's going to be deferred. So, what's next, Thomas?
Damn, that was fast. Next question from Saints Rabbit. A longer one. Which of the following options do you all think could work as an alternative contraception for Kevin?
Oh my God.
His throat coat, Ralph's airplane bottles and sugar whiskeys, Dave's candy supply, watching Andrew's elderly tennis matches, or something else?
It's watching Andrew's tennis matches.
Yeah, because
like, look, throat coat is whatever. You add a little whiskey in the throat coat, and you've got a Moscow Mule or something. It's one of those things, or a hot toddy. Sorry, it's a hot toddy. Dave's candy supply. Hey, who doesn't like candy?
That's
you
right.
just throw in whatever Dave's eating. People will eat that. And then Ralph's got the airplane bottles and his sugar whiskeys. Ralph drinks stuff that 28 to 36-year-old women love.
That is accurate.
Oh my God, it's got this great weird flavor. I can mix it in with my Coke Zero or my
It's a Barbie. It's the new Barbie refresher. That's right.
But putting on Juge pulling up a video of Juge in his crisp white shorts, absolutely smoking old ladies on the clay. People are going to look at me like, what? What is this? Oh, this is my buddy. He just beats old women at tennis.
Or he struggles to beat the old ladies, and you're like, oh my God, when is this going to end? Right? Yeah.
Right.
That
doesn't set a mood.
I guess Andrew, it's like in the middle of the night. So I guess Andrew's it's probably like 4 a.m. in England.
It's 3 a.m. I think. It's 6 hours ahead central.
Yeah. So Andrew's probably got his whites set out on the table, and like his crisp shoes, the sunglasses, nice high-end sunglasses, and everything is nice. Watch. He's got everything set out for Wimbledon tomorrow.
$125 straw hat.
Wimbledon.
Yeah. He's got everything set out for Wimbledon tomorrow. He's gonna booze till it hurts tomorrow when Wimbledon, I'm sure. Yeah, but the answer is Juge's elderly tennis matches. Thomas, what's next?
The sun never sets on the Juge Empire. It doesn't.
That's
really
for Chadem in the chat.
So what do we got?
All right, final question of the show
right.
From Don Checo. What's less surprising? That Judge drug his kids to PSG's stadium tour, or that he takes better pictures than Ralph in Paris?
Oh, well,
less surprising that he takes better pictures than Ralph.
I mean,
like neither of these is surprising, but what is less surprising is he takes better pictures.
Oh, I mean,
Like Ralph, you take crap pictures.
I mean, yes. That's why I take horrible pictures, and my wife, she hates that I take horrible pictures, and she hates the fact that I work in volume. So like I know that I take horrible pictures, so like I'll take 20 on my phone and I'll hope that one of them isn't terrible. And my wife is like, "Why do you take so many pictures?" I'm like, "Have you seen the pictures that I take? They're all terrible. I'm hoping to hit the lottery with one of them, and they're pretty good." She says, "That's annoying," but I don't know. But of course, Andrew takes better pictures than me. And of course, he drug his kids to a 4-hour PSG stadium tour. Of course he did.
So the last thing that Juge tweeted was July 3rd. He was responding or interacting with the Parisian traffic blog, Rare A. And he tweeted at them, and I'm going to butcher this French here. Je suis sur les rares à nation maintenant destination CDG. J'ai resté sur la train au quoi? Merci
ne peut pas
en
dire le nom
avance.
de quelqu'un correctement.
Yeah, that too. So
Timestamp that. That is the bougiest
Tomas,
booze that
check the
ever
timestamp on
boozed
this.
out of Andrew Juge's body. He complained to the French traffic authorities in French while on vacation.
So
the booze
I
meter's been
translated.
broken. Okay,
I translated it. He says, "I'm on the RER at Nation Now, destination CDG. Am I staying on the train or what? Thank you. We move forward." So I think he was trying to say thank you in advance instead of thank you, we move forward. That's just Google Translate. So I think he was saying thank you in advance, but him demanding the train people say, am I staying on the train or what?
Did he miss an egg? Did he miss an exit? That's a Ralph move there. Missing an exit.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
No, we'll have to find out next week. Maybe he missed a stop. That's a full Ralph there.
Sacre bleu.
Thanks, Chad M, for donating 500 bits. So thanks everybody for the mailbag. And like I said, send us questions. We get to them all. And Thomas is a taskmaster. He will make sure we get to every single one because we appreciate the questions because we need them. And they're fun. Like you guys, their questions are great. So, and by the way, that Thomas, give us an update, a donations update, and give us MVP results before we wrap up the show.
Okay, so unfortunately we didn't hit the donation goal tonight.
They're still fresh. They're still good. Wickerman says they last forever.
Ralph, you got off the hook. Hopefully next week we'll do better, guys. But the MVP for this show, for the first time, I think, is October is with more than 2,500 bits.
Thank you, Octoberist. Appreciate you. Thanks
to Chad M, second place, Budrich, and Who Dat Golfer for supporting this show.
Thanks everybody. All. And by the way, wow, Kevin, who knew? When it's only 2 people and there's no Saints news, we can get out of here under 90 minutes. It's
I got to be honest, man. Me and you should have been able to get out of here in about 40. Okay. Like there's nothing. This was nothing happening. Me and you are kings of bullshit.
Yeah, we are.
When it comes to bullshit, you're getting premium bullshit served right here.
If you pay for BS and you're a patron for the BS, you got your money's worth this episode. And by the way, I told Kevin, I was like, Kevin, we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna get out of this show 40 minutes, and then we're gonna record some fun stuff after.
No.
40 minutes, and you'll be.
When you said 45, I thought we shouldn't be doing 45. We should be doing way less than 45. Again, no Saints news, just the two of us. What am I going to talk about? What am I really going to talk about? No, we got the trivia question. We bullshitted on some Sno-balls, and then we had the viewer questions that were all asking not about Saints football.
No,
it was all
no,
asking
no
about me doing
no one cares.
chicanery. That's what that was. All chicanery.
I love it. I love our patrons so much. Like
Chicanery and skullduggery.
Other podcasts are like, give me your top 20 Saints. Give me your 4 deep on the offensive line. What do you think the Saints? What kind of stick routes? What kind of tight end formations are they going to run?
Andrew's big training regiment.
Yeah, big training. And now us, it's just all nonsense filled to the brim. I love the patrons, but guys, thanks for listening and supporting Saints Happy Hour. Please go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, and support the show. We can't do it without you. Seriously, we need more people to sign up, support the show, show us some love. I'm not thanking Dave. I'm not thanking Andrew. I'm thanking Kevin, and I'm thanking Tomas, the best producer on earth running the show back in Poland. Remember, kid, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, support the one that wins awards. And until next time, the bar is closed.